Welcome to Relationship and Dating Advice with Julie. Oh my god, what am I reading? What are the different ways a human being could take up space while living, okay? And on Quora, there was a question. The question is pretty vague. It didn't really give much context, so responses I just find absolutely hilarious. How long should I wait to give her space? Weeks, months? Assistant, the bot, answered the question on point. It's important to consider the specific situation and the individual involved when deciding how long to give someone space. If someone has expressed a need for space, it's respectful to honor that request. You can consider reaching out to them after a reasonable amount of time has passed, but it's important to communicate openly and honestly about your intentions. Ultimately, every situation is unique, so it's best to approach it with empathy and understanding. Most accurate to this very vague question. Unfortunately, when you're giving someone space, there is no real time limit. If they care for you, they'll come back, and if they don't, well, you have your answer. Get busy living your own life. It's tough, but that's just the way life is. You're to leave it right there. That lacks accountability right there on the T. The love of my life and I broke up for 4 years. I kept the door open and she found her way back to me when she was ready. Sometimes you just have to man up and move on so that they can have a few bad relationships. It showcases your strength versus how other guys out there. Okay, yeah, okay, so in this scenario, either she completely lowered her standards and accepted less than what she deserves, or maybe she was the toxic one and she finally came to her senses and accepted a good man into her life. One of the two. Those are your two scenarios in that situation. On the girl. Let her decide. Wait until she contacts you. If you're acting needy or too available, girls become uninterested quickly. If your attention is too easy to get, you risk being walked on. Teaching her how you want her to treat you by what you will allow and put up with. If any of the above is true, then the balance of power is... I don't know, didn't tell me the rest of it. What? Honey, if you don't know how to tell the difference if someone's walking all over you, you express your needs, they acknowledge, and they will either choose to honor or they will choose to not care and do it again. You're probably afraid she won't come back around or will forget about you. We aren't as insignificant as we give ourselves credit for. The better you go out and experience living, the more she will appreciate the relationship. People don't like extra weight being added to them. What are we in? High school? I'm just asking. That's such a high school advice, extra weight. Maybe you should ask questions like, do you want to be tied down? Because I feel like that is a projection from within that person. Projection of who they are, but they're going to blame the other person for it because deep down inside, they don't want to be tied down. Want to know something even more unattractive? A man who doesn't actively pursue the woman that he wants. Someone who waits for her to take the first step. No, a man doesn't do that, okay? A king goes after what he wants and he actively pursues it regardless of what's up against him. Honey, you're just gonna let that opportunity pass you by. Bye, see you later. But I mean, if this is seriously something that you're sitting at right now, you have not healed, nor do you know what you want. So I mean, you should probably just let that woman go anyway. Yeah. Until she reaches out again. Girls don't like pressure, especially if she initiated the separation. Okay, yeah, true. Look, there's two different approaches that you're going to be able to take here. You're going to either wimp out and say that if she comes back, then she cared about me, obviously, because how could I ever be the problem? What? Or, as the man should, you're going to take accountability for your actions. You're going to be honest about your intentions. You're going to be clear on what you want. And you're going to have healed prior to doing any of that. And this is vice versa for men. If a woman comes back to you, you should be expecting the same thing from her. Okay, this isn't gender specific. This is completely gender neutral. It goes on both ways, man. Tired of the repeated actions over and over again, and they don't trust you anymore. How about that? However much she wants, actually, well, she uses that space to fill it in with other things, comma, other men. You might seriously consider using that space she's giving you to find other things, places, or women to fill it. Don't believe in the "I need some space" bullshit. Those words are the equivalent of "I don't want to be with you." Take it for what it's worth. From a, I don't even know this gentleman. Who fuck knows? I don't know him to say anything. I mean, like, when you're an adult and you're in a relationship, yeah, the "I need some space" bullshit is kind of like, okay, well, are we doing this? Are we not? Okay, so like, this is a great example to use for someone who is insecure and pushes away love because they are reluctant to change. Okay, so they push it away because they don't want to get attached, they don't want to get hurt. So that's the very domineering, what's the word I'm looking for? Authoritative, dictatorship kind of relationship. Like, I don't believe in space. If you're gone, you're gone. That's like my dad right there. And then he tries to get you back. Or uses threatening tactics. Okay. Yeah. Like, we're so over that. Yeah, we don't do that over here, okay? Not gonna fly. I could sit here, rant, rave, and talk about how this person's that, and the other thing, but like, come on. No, I'm done. I had fun. It was great. I'm over that shit now, okay? We all have our moments. Look. Space is a thing that is absolutely vital for development on both people involved in a relationship. If it gets to that point, space is required so that self-reflection inside can happen. And that needs to happen on both parts. It goes for the woman and it goes for the man as well. And when two people come back after that space, you're deciding to take the initiative to close that space depending on the context. Like, it depends on the context whether the woman should come or whether the man should come. Like, you need to assess the whole entire situation. What could I have done differently? What do I wish the other person had done differently? Okay? And it's okay to but understand cause and effect, okay? So like, when I did this, it ended up creating this situation. Probably the most vital part of this process is to remember that you're not a victim. Okay, so I want you to remove the blame from this whole situation, because if you're going to evaluate and connect dots based off of suspicion, based off of fear, based off of doubt, you're not going to get your truth. You're not going to get to the truth, okay? When you're evaluating, go situational based. Okay, well, this situation led to this situation, which led to that situation, which led to this situation, okay? When you get your situations laid out, now look at it from, well, when this happened, it made me feel like this, which made me react like this, okay? And then also, after doing this with yourself, go in and, when she did this, I think her motive was this, and that's why she did this. Like, lay out your own dots of what you think the other person has done, and then evaluate it, okay? Look at it again from the bird's eye point of view and see, and then you'll be able to see the truth. Okay, you need to see what you thought that she thought, which led to whatever situation and however many times, which led to the separation. And then ask, okay, well, should I be the person going, or should she be coming to me? Okay, how would I feel if this was done to me? What would I expect? And what would I expect to even consider? Like, whatever your desired outcome is, what would you expect to get that desired outcome if you were the other person? Okay? That's my honest evaluation process, that like the most accurate. If you want to, you need to go within yourself. The answers are all within you, okay? I promise you, if you connect the dots without suspicion, the patterns will reveal themselves, okay? You don't need to look for inadequacies. You don't need to look for the doubt. You don't need to look for it. If you connect the dots, the patterns will reveal themselves and you will be able to see someone's intentions, okay? So go in believing that you don't think this person had bad intentions, okay? Lay out your situations, lay out your thought patterns and your motives and behavior, and then do it for her, what you thought that she was doing, and then just let them connect themselves, okay? That's the most crucial point I can give you. This will help you see the truth. Stop looking. Okay. When you are looking for someone to be at fault, you will miss it every time. When you are trusting, but not blindly because you're evaluating processes, patterns reveal themselves, and just trust the process, okay? Because you deserve it. You deserve to see the truth. You deserve to see the real, true, honest evaluation of it, okay? So just go with it. Just release control. Look for the patterns. You got this. You're gonna do great, lad. Okay, good boy. No one's gonna know the context of your situation, and if you don't want to air it out on the internet, that's cool. That's fine. I respect that. But you need to air it out within yourself. Get it out on paper, draw it out, make your little stickmen figures and connect your little dots and figure out the truth, man.